Alrighty, Bitcoin looks like this today. The acceleration has begun. This all started from us losing this major trend over here. Now we're accelerating down. So we have a big support we are coming into now. And if we're going to bounce, this is where we're going to bounce. If not, we open up the doors and the opportunities of possibly going into the 40,000s for Bitcoin. Now we're seeing a bouncing gold today I want to speak around. S&P has just started its pullback. Right, and obviously Total 3 and altcoins are starting to bleed. This is what altcoins are looking like right now, right? So I want to go through tons of charts with you guys. A lot more charts on today's stream. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into it, okay? So again, guys, very important thing here. Pullback like this, we are fishing for a bottom. We're looking for the restart of the next cycle. And the way this will tend to happen is a capitulation event will happen. A decent fast bounce will happen, and then we should slow down for a little while and then possibly restart the cycle, right? So what we want to see is we want to see a real bounce to know that this really counts, right? And we want to see a bounce of nearly up to 10% within Bitcoin, right, over a day or two. We want to see volume come into the market, right? That's the important thing. If we're seeing small bounces, right, this could just be another flag for more downside. But again, I do believe that this is a massive opportunity. It's a massive opportunity to get the best altcoins in the crypto markets, best opportunity to accumulate Bitcoin on this, okay, and actually have and position yourself for the next cycle, right? Again, once we get through these periods, the cycle will restart. So let's jump in and let's go through levels. So the first thing here on Bitcoin was this is where we started accelerating. 72,000 started pushing to the downside. Now, when that comes into play, we need to look at where is the next major supports. Right now, the scary part is if we are going to have the strong 70% corrections that we've seen in the past with Bitcoin, right? We do have this big box here between the late 30,000s to the mid 45,000, right? That is if we continue the routes that we've been doing for the last 10 to 12 years, right? The difference here is we do have a little bit more institutional money involved. Okay, so will that give us stronger Bitcoins? Cycle lows, right? Instead of dropping 70%, will that start decreasing? In this industry, we want to see that. We want to see strength over time, okay? But we do need to be open to this over here, right? And the next thing as well is usually timing when it comes to lows in the cycle can take up to 1,400 days, right? Over here, 1,400 days, 1,400 days, lines us up anywhere up to the areas of August all the way up to October, November, right? So we must keep that in mind, okay? It doesn't mean that that is when the low is going to come, okay? But it does mean we can find a low, we can assemble sideways, and then restart the move. Also gives us an idea that 2027 can be quite a good reset, right? We can start getting some growth again within the market. So let's go through the big areas of support. There is the major bad scenario support. And then what we have is we have this support over here that we're actually coming into. Okay, and I want to speak about it now and just show you guys this major level. Here we go. And what this will basically be, right, is a nice little trap for the market. We are coming down to the previous lows we made in February. Okay, and if it really wants to trap the market, we're going to make a lower low. Okay, that's going to get everyone to automatically think we're going down to the 40,000s. Okay, and then it's going to reverse. So if you look here, many people that were long in these positions will put stop losses below. Many will invalidate their thesis of being bullish on the break of these lows. And as you could see, the main momentum trend here, right, is lining up to a lower low and possibly the late 50,000s. We must not be surprised if we do see a bounce in these areas. So what I'm looking at as one of the first scenarios here, I'm going to zoom in and show you guys. I still see more downside, right? I still see us to capitulate further from where we are right now. Okay, but I've set myself a long opportunity, and I'm going long with a position in these areas over here. Okay, knowing that I need to put a stop loss in play in case we do decide to go for the worst case scenario. And the bounce for me looks something like this. It looks like we hit the zone and we actually see a strong bounce of Bitcoin back into the late 60,000s. Then I expect us to have a nice little cool down period. Okay, and where the big resistance will be after that will be up to 72,000. That will be the time where I'm like, okay, that could be the bottom. We reclaim this trend, get back into the late 70,000s, okay? And then we can possibly start pushing up higher. But until then, I'm looking at a bounce and a push up to these areas, and it's very likely I'm going to take profits on a long trade that I'm doing now. However, at the same point, I'm going to accumulate as much long-term positions on these pullbacks that we are seeing right now. So here is my limit orders. So I have many different exchanges I'm trading on, but just to show you guys, I'm allocating a couple of funded accounts because I think it's important to not put too much capital in the market right now, okay, but also have some size. So I'm starting a couple of $150,000 bid funded packages that I'm busy looking to pass some levels. Okay, so I got some limit orders sitting at 58,600 and 59,300. Right, that's on the one. Other one I have slightly lower. Right, I got 59,400, 58,700, and 58,300. Right, basically this play over here where we got this big zone, and I'm setting limit orders in these areas. My invalidation zone is 57,000. We start dropping 57, and specifically a daily close, we start looking at the lower targets to the downside. Okay, but I do think there will be, even if we are going to go down to those areas, I do think there will be a temporary bounce in these next major supports. However, again, that's what the charts are saying. If we lose this, that can happen straight away. But for me, that's where I'm looking for a bounce. Now, it gets me to the areas of the Bitcoin dominance. This is coming down, okay, which means we are finding strength with alts, okay, but obviously they're coming down with Bitcoin. However, for the bounce, I do think this is good for the next couple of weeks for alts, to have a couple of altcoins really outperform. So breaking a higher time frame trend does give us a sign to say, yes, we're seeing pullback, but we should see some growth once we get through this pullback area that we are currently in. Okay, which gets me to the important chart, which is total 3. Right, now total 3 is also coming into a big support trend. Right, this trend all the way coming back from late 2023, the main momentum trend. Okay, and I do think altcoins are going to make a higher low. So I think Bitcoin's going to make a lower low. Okay, Bitcoin's currently in catch-up phase, but I do see a possibility of altcoins making higher lows, okay, and then having a decent bounce. Okay, so this trend is indicating a higher low for me. It's not telling me that alts will go much lower. And I'm not speaking about every single altcoin. ETH is definitely going to go lower, and obviously Solana's gone lower. So Bitcoin and major alts, right, bigger market cap alts are possibly making new lows, but the rest of the market that got damaged way before we've seen Bitcoin get damaged, right, they should be making higher lows. So it gets me to the point of altcoins. I think it's an important play specifically for me to load up on some long-term plays on alts, right? Load up what I can. Okay, so here, same thing. I'm seeing about another drop of up to another 2 to 4% when it comes to the total market cap of altcoins. Okay, and then I'm expecting a similar bounce. Nice, strong bounce to these areas, and then a bit of a consolidation area over here. So what that looks like, right, is you look at Ethereum. I'm looking for Ethereum bounces here, right, of up to $1,600 to $1,680. Right, that's where I'm looking some strong bounces, and it's one token that I am accumulating on this drop-off. Solana is the next big one to pay attention to. Sol, we have the possibility of hitting $64, anywhere between $56 and $64. So the way I treat that is I put limit orders through this period over here. Okay, I might catch 2 and then get the bounce. I might catch all 4. Right, and again, I am keeping some cash, okay, in case we do hit lower areas. But for me, if we look at Solana itself, this is the next big support zone over here. Okay, and the same thing, the bounce that I want to see is sold back to $80 pretty quickly over the next week or 2. Right, so this really could give us some strong returns nice and fast. Okay, things like AVAX, I'm looking to accumulate close to the $7, so another 5–10% lower. Right, I'm buying some Fetch AI. I'm getting some more Injective. Injective had a strong week coming into supports now. Okay, I might be loading on some Zcash if Zcash gets cheap enough. It's still a bit expensive for me. Sui is a token I'm paying attention to. I'm buying a little bit in these low 70 cents, but if I do see 60 cents and low 60 cents, I am accumulating a strong position, as well as Near Protocol. I'm looking to try catch some Near close to $2. All support buys, all accumulating for the higher time frame play. Okay, then I want to speak around a couple of other charts. We have the S&P that is starting to put a possible first red week in after multiple green weeks. We've lost that wedge, right? And this should continue moving to the downside. What I do see happening is something like this, okay? And then we start pushing up. Okay, so same thing. At any point, if we see a bounce in S&P, I don't know how much correlation is between Bitcoin and S&P right now, but definitely this little turning point has started to send Bitcoin down. But I do think as Bitcoin capitulates, it's going to kind of go into its own mindset at some point and detach itself. And then I think it will reconnect again after a couple of weeks, which gets me to the next point of gold, right? Gold is having a nice little rally or a nice little bounce. Okay, and I just want to show you guys, there's a bit of interest incoming on gold right now. And we are seeing a possible push up to the areas of 4,800. It's still in this massive wedge. We are putting in a possible higher low here. So I have slowly started loading up on a nice little gold trade, right? My invalidation is 4,420. Okay, and I'm looking for long up to 4,700. Okay, which gets me then to the dollar index. This is having a drop off, but I do think that this is still going to strengthen over the next couple of weeks. So keep that in mind. And we are seeing oil lose trend. So it looks like oil is going to start making its way down into this big zone of these early 90%. Guys, smash up the likes, keep your heads nice and strong. Use this as a big opportunity to accumulate as much as possible right now. Do think of worst case scenario, but I do see incredible risk to rewards right now of actually buying up this dip a little bit lower as we accelerate for a nice, strong bounce. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get this up. Have a great day. Bye-bye.